Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today, I am playing, once again, Ruby Storm in Legacy. But this time, it's different. This time, it's epic. So this is the epic Ruby Storm. This is from Tony Scapone, who has a Twitch channel and a YouTube. And you'll notice all of Tony's videos are the epic Ruby Storm. So if you want more of this content, go check this out. He also wrote this gigantic primer on theepicstorm.com. That is Brian Cook's Epic Storm website. And this branch of Ruby Storm, the Epic Ruby Storm, has a giant article primer there as well. If you want to check that out, all of these links will be in the video description. So what is the Epic Ruby Storm compared to normal Ruby Storm? So normal Ruby Storm, obviously, Ruby Medallion is the namesake card. Reduce the cost of all your red spells, and then your rituals get bigger, your tutors get cheaper, etc. Birgi, God of Storytelling, is a different, definitely better Ruby Medallion once it's in play, but costs a little more. And then like the Harnfell Horn of Bounty on the back end is another engine in the deck. Traditional Ruby Storm usually has like one or two Birgis just to complement the Ruby Medallions. This version has four. The Epic Ruby Storm, and the reason I keep calling it that, the Epic Storm is a storm deck that relies on permanents instead of spells and rituals. I mean, obviously the deck still has spells and rituals in it, but the Epic Storm wants to put difficult to beat permanents into play, and it wants to store up resources in play in the form of things like Chrome Mox, Mox Opal, Defense Grid, Wishclaw Talisman. Those are the sort of cards that the Epic Storm is playing. Ruby Medallion is our Wishclaw Talisman. Birgi is our Wishclaw Talisman. We have these permanents that we're trying to jam into play for Defense Grid. There's enough artifacts to support a Mox Opal. Lion's Eye Diamond. We are trying to put a permanent into play, pass the turn, then untap and win with our banked resources. That's a big difference compared to the ritual heavy bonus round versions of Ruby Storm. Like we have 4 Rite of Flame, 1 Seething Song. You'll notice there's no Desperate Ritual. There's just the 1 Seething Song. There's no Paretic Ritual. We're not doing anything like that. We're also not doing much of the exile the top card of your deck thing. Like cards like Act on Impulse, Ignite the Future. Those are the entire engine of traditional Ruby Storm. We have Jeska's Will in this deck because this one is busto, because it can be either a giant ritual or a draw 3, depending on what you need. But there's no Ignite the Future, no Act on Impulse, no Light Up the Stage, none of that kind of stuff. So this is very much trying to stick some powerful permanents and then draw 7 a lot of times. 3 Echo of Eons in the main and another one in the board. 2 Reforge the Soul in the main and another one in the board. We are trying to draw 7, build Storm that way, and build incremental advantage each card we cast off of our permanent that sticks in play as we draw 7 around it. That's the plan here. The sweet new card in this list is Wish from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, the new Dungeons & Dragons set. This lets you play a card you own from outside the game this turn. We should be pretty familiar with Burning Wish if you've played Legacy at all, especially Ruby Storm or the Epic Storm. Burning Wish is the card that makes those decks possible. And Burning Wish has existed for close to 20 years now. Oh, it hurts my brain to say that. I'm old. I remember when these were new. But Burning Wish, you can reveal a sorcery you own from outside the game and put it in your hand, and then exile Burning Wish. This was part of a cycle. There's one for each color, and they each do something that goes with that color, like the blue one gets instants, the white one gets artifacts, enchantments, etc. But Wish, it skips all of the requirements and just says, you may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. You don't have to put it into your hand, compared to Burning Wish. So you can use Lion's Eye Diamond, discard your hand, add 3 mana, to cast a card off of Wish, because it doesn't go in your hand. You can just do that. You also are not restricted by sorceries. You're not even restricted by spells. You may play a card. That includes Blast Zone. Like, you could just choose Blast Zone if you still have your land drop for the turn. Engineered Explosives in the sideboard. That's a nice one. You can get instants now. You could get Chandra, Awaken Inferno, if the matchup calls for it. Like, this Wish is wide open. And A really cool thing about Wish that I didn't realize when I first read the card, but luckily I realized now before I started playing, is that this is just creates a, I don't know how to say this, but just like a static bubble around your sideboard that says you may play a card you own from outside of the game this turn. It doesn't say choose a card you may play it this turn. You just cast Wish. You don't even need to make a decision yet. Like if you're about to draw 7 and shuffle away your Wish, but you don't know what you need out of your sideboard yet, you can just play it, draw 7, see what you need, and then choose a card from your sideboard to play it. You choose the card that you're playing when you play it, not when you resolve Wish, which is awesome. It just leaves that door wide open while you're drawing 7. That is the epic Ruby Storm. This is a Tony Scapone masterpiece production. Check out his content if you want to see more of this deck. I'm going to try to do it justice. Let's go. I'm on the draw in round number 1 with a very strong keep. So I'm going for this. 2 medallions and a burning wish. Like, this is enough to get things started. Like, I can even afford to have a Ruby Medallion countered or removed and then just follow up with another. So the question, I guess, is do I want to do it off Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, or do I want to commit my city? And like, I'm basically either committing city or committing Lotus Petal and nothing else. So I'm going to go with the city. Because there are non-red cards in the sideboard that I'm interested in casting at some point. Potentially. Right, so we have Flooded Strand, Tropical Island, and Pass out of the opponent. They let the first one resolve. Let's see if they care about the second. Alright, so I have a lot of mana right now, but Burning Wish isn't going anywhere. Like, I guess I could Galvanic Relay. That's a pretty good one. Alright, if they counter my Wish, I am in trouble. But let's go for a, I think, see if the Wish resolves, and then decide what I want to do about the Relay. Alright, they're brainstorming in response. Ooh, Burning Wish resolved. Okay, so I could empty the Warrens, just make a shitload of Gobos. I could Galvanic Relay to set up a win for next turn. I don't think I want to wheel this blue deck after they just let my thing resolve. I think I might just want to draw 7 with Galvanic Relay. Like, what I'm worried about right now is that they're just like Omni Show, and they're not even a blue control deck. I actually think I'm into Galvanic Relay here. Or, yeah, I can't get even close to Tendril Storm. Past in Flames doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm going to get Relay. And then just storm up a bit. Chrome Mox, exiling the Shatter Skull Smashing. Smashing is really cool tech in this deck. It wasn't in the original build, but it makes a lot of sense to have this as a land and also a removal spell for Thalia and a card you can pitch to Chrome Mox all at the same time. Alright, so I can cast these Galvanic Relay cards next turn. Alright, I mean, the win is in the bank. Let's just see if we're dead. If they're just like Bant control, we should win this game easily. If they're Omni Show or some mess, it's going to be a lot harder. I'll move my exile zone over to my hand for easier viewing. Alright, it looks like we're getting a turn. Okay, so these are cards I can play. I think I want to start on Defense Grid, or do I Rite a Flame into the Defense Grid? And if Defense Grid resolves, I can Rite a Flame after that. So, oh, and Ruby Medallion makes all of this pretty trivial. So I'm gonna lead on Defense Grid. Alright, they've got something. Oh, it's Brainstorm. Alright, you got it. So they're gonna need multiple Force of Wills to get through this. Alright, they didn't have any. Alright, so now it's time for some easy money. I'm gonna play Birgi. I have Echo of Eons, but no blue. Hold on, let's see. So, what does Wish do here? Before I start just jamming spells onto the stack, let me make sure I'm going in the right direction here. Alright, so Birgi, and then I can Rite a Flame. Do I want to save my Lotus Petal or save my land drop? And Time to review the sideboard again. So I can Wish. Rite of Flame makes a zillion mana because of Birgi. Wish can cast anything, basically. I might want to Reforge the Soul here and draw 7. I could also Shatter Skull Smashing as my land, but that seems unnecessary. I think I'd rather just leave it in exile. Right, yeah, so Reforge, I think that's what I want to do. Do I have enough mana for that? So Rite of Flame makes 3 with Birgi. It's free and generates 2. Oh, so it nets 2. And then Wish is free. And then Reforge costs 3. So I think I have exactly enough to Reforge here. Hope I've done this math right. And I do need to use my land drop to get there. So Rite of Flame, 3 mana in the pool. I can Wish. That replaces itself. And then Wish, I can cast any of these cards now and Reforge the Soul. Each player discards their hand and draws 7. Alright, should be able to figure this out from here. Second Birgi, that could end up being a Horn of Harnfell. Obviously the second Birgi doesn't do anything. Second Wish is pretty nice. This one is going kind of slow because it's the first one. This is my first time ever comboing off with this particular build of the deck. I'm just being very careful not to mess it up. So I can Chrome Mox exiling Birgi or Chrome Mox exiling Echo. Storm is 7. Can I get... I don't have enough black mana to Tendrils yet. Is this better as a Horn? I think it might be. And Horn is a... Oh, it's whenever you cast a spell. Jeez. They don't even care. What kind of spell? Alright, so if I Horn, discarding Ruby Medallion is a draw 2. Alright, I'm Horning. Right, Harnfell, and then discard Ruby Medallion. I found Jeska's Will, and they just drew 7. Easy money. So, oh, there's a Lion's Eye Diamond here too. Alright, now we definitely win. That's the Tendrils. And Jeska's Will. Target my opponent. Alright, they've conceded. They see the line to double black, and yeah, that was a clean turn 3 win. Nice. Well, we're playing against a blue deck, some sort of blue control deck, and there's not a whole lot of sideboarding that needs to be done with this deck because the whole deck is a wish board. There used to be a few extra pieces that weren't sorceries that you could board in, but straight up wish makes the whole deck a wish board. Like, I could put one Chandra in the main if I want to, and just like against this blue control deck, and then have another one to wish for. Or I could just not do that. What would I cut if I did that? I think I'm just going to leave the entire sideboard right where it is. Though Chandra is pretty nice, but also just really bad and hard to cast a lot of the time. So if I'm not like already comboing off, I don't think I want Chandra. Same deck right back in. I hope we do that a lot this league. Alright, we have a turn 1 Ruby and Echo. I'm going to keep this. So if they counter my Ruby, I can just LED Echo. And if they don't counter my Ruby, then I have Ruby in play. So here's Ruby. Please cast Force of Will. Please cast Force of Will. Coward! Alright, so if that resolves, then what? I can still Burning Wish here. I can Burning Wish for... Can I relay here? They did not shuffle off their Ponder, so I can Chrome Mox exiling Seething Song, play Lotus Petal. I have 2 mana, so Burning Wish with 1 left, which is 1 short of Galvanic Relay. Unless... Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be. Alright. I think I found the line. I can either Relay or Echo here. Can I do both? 4 mana. Can't quite do both. But I can do one or the other. And either one should be good. So exile Seething Song, Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, and hold priority, cast Burning Wish, and float blue. Or float red. Yeah, because I can make blue off the Lotus Petal. Yeah, I'm going to float red off this LED. Okay. So if they counter Burning Wish, I get to Echo. If Burning Wish resolves, I can just do Storm stuff. Okay, Burning Wish resolved. So Storm is 5. And I have 4 mana plus Ruby. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't go for Reforge here. I think I just want a Relay. I could also just empty. But if they have Mindbreak Trap, they get me with that. So empty is 2 turns, which is their turn 3. Is Relay for 6 or empty? I think I'd rather Relay. Just really love relaying. See if they have Mindbreak Trap. They don't have Mindbreak Trap. So that might have been a weird way to go, but I feel pretty good about it. And the Echo's in my graveyard. I can still Echo next turn, and there's a Defense Grid in exile now. There's one Canonist. Alright, that sucks. It's not actually as bad as it seems, though, because a lot of these cards are artifacts. So, Defense Grid, Mox Opal, play my land for the turn from exile. Or is that better than just having City in play? 1, 2, 3, 4. I could play another Ruby. Yeah, that one is easy. So I get another Ruby in play. Oh shit. I could have Shatter Skull smashed this thing. I just totally blew it. That was definitely the play. I can still do it. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so I play this, and then my spell for the turn is Shatter Skull Smashing for 2. Because it's reduced by 2. Alright, 2 damage to that. And unfortunately, the party's over. But I can Echo next turn. Yeah, I can't get these onto the stack. No red floating. Alright. That was sweet. I may have been able to sequence that better if I thought to Shatter first. Hull Breacher. Oh no, my Echo! My boy, my beautiful boy! Okay. This Hull Breacher is pretty good. I need another Shatter Skull Smashing like yesterday. It's a good thing I have Defense Grid though, because I would have walked right into that Breacher. Wow, this deck is not playing. This is some hateful mess. I'm gonna have to go really fast against this deck in game 3. I don't think I'm winning this one. But Shatter Skull Smashing could still clear these jerks out. But now they can hold up Force of Will mana even through... Oh no, I have 2 Defense Grids. No, they can't. That's never gonna happen. They're ending one of my rubies. Okay. Do I want to cast Reforge the Soul for its miracle cost? No, I don't. I really do, but I can't. I was so excited for like 1 second there. So taking 5 again. I basically have to draw the Shatter right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, yeah, okay. Multiple Hull Breachers in this deck. Good to know. Alright, multiple Hull Breachers, multiple Aethersworn Canonists. I'm going to have to just dumpster on the play here. So I think Chandra comes into the deck because she can deal 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. That is a backdoor Wrath. So I definitely want one of those available and then one to wish for, now that I know what they're up to. And now that I know that they're this creature, like Hate Bear build, and not like full Miracles, maybe going for the empty would have won that game. Alright, good to know. Wishing for Engineered Explosives is also a line in this particular matchup. So, do I cut a Reforge? Like, just to mitigate the Hull Breachers? I think that makes sense. Like, it's basically, the calculation is like, am I going to be able to draw 7s before they get to 3 mana? Or am I going to have that dead card in my hand? And I'm going to do it like this. Maybe I should board in Chain Lightning as well. Or do I want to be able to wish for that? That's close. If I cut another Reforge, is that what I do here? Or do I want to be able to wish for it? I think I want to be able to wish for one of these things. Okay. I'll leave the Chain Lightning where it is. Shattering Spree can also take out more than one Ethersworn Canonist. Alright, so I'm going to keep this. The turn 1 defense grid's pretty good. I think I pitch one of the Birgis. The Mountain, Chrome Mox. Pitch a Birgi and defense grid. Oh, there are forces in this deck. Who knew? What a surprise. So if I draw a mana source, I can Birgi. Well, I can Birgi anyway, but I would have been able to do more with the Birgi if I had a mana source here. Alright, there she is. She can attack through an Ethersworn Canonist. So that's pretty cool. Ooh. Nothing go, they said? What's going on over there? Alright, so I'm gonna lead on Manamorphose, because that's a cycle and nets mana anyway. So I don't know if I need to commit my Rite of Flame yet, but the cycling on Manamorphose is worth something to me. Alright, so Manamorphose, I think I want to make blue-red. I have another Manamorphose, so I can just make red-red for now. Decide where I want to go with that. Alright, that's a pretty good one. Alright, so I'm going to have lots of red mana, so I'm going to start making blue, I think. Blue-red? Or, no, I have so much red, it doesn't matter. Maybe just blue-blue, or is it blue-black? Maybe... Yeah, I think it's blue. Now I'm going to go blue-red. I'm a coward. Alright. Rite of Flame. The second Jeska's Will is insane. And then Will for exile at my top 3. I have a backup Will if I need more mana or more cards here. Right, there's an Echo that I can't cast. I do still have my land drop on Shatterskull Smashing. If I Jeska's Will for mana, I can get Horn into play, but then I'm hellbent, so it doesn't matter. I think I need to exile 3 more cards. Like, what am I doing with 5 mana? I could just put Horn into play. Yeah, maybe that is the line. Right, so I think I want to play Smashing as a land. Like, have I done anything that can be spell pierced yet? Yes, I've done a lot of things that can be spell pierced. So I don't think I need to worry about spell pierce. I can't get this Echo into my graveyard, and I can't get another blue mana with what I have. I guess I could Jeska's Will and try to YOLO for some artifact mana. Does that make sense? Is that better than just putting Horn into play and hoping it's good? I'm going to exile my top 3 cards. Buckle up, kids. Exile top 3. Lotus Petal. Rite of Flame. Okay, so Rite of Flame. Defense grid. Alright, we're gridded up here. Lotus Petal. And now we can Echo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, got there on that one. Echo. Right, fresh 7's coming with Birgi in play. I still have my land drop. Hello! Look at all these beautiful magic cards. Right, play out my Lionside Diamonds. I'm going to draw 7 at least one more time this turn. And Jeska's Will is going to do Jeska's Will things. Should remember this Horn of Harnfell that is in exile. It's going to be pretty hard to brick from here. I'm going to draw 7 more than once, and I have Horn if I want it. Do I want the Horn yet? Is it time? So Jeska's Will. Do I just want to make a zillion mana and set up draw 7s for life? Though I already have a lot of mana. Alright. I think I want to exile my top 3 cards. Will. Alright, Chrome Mox. Not helpful yet, but will be someday. And then if I go blue, 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 blue. It's lots of blue mana. And I can play Horn. Alright, so I've Horned. I have a Horn ready now. I have a bunch of mana in exile. And this next draw 7 is gonna just juice up. Alright, they're conceding to the Horn plus draw 7. That's 21 cards I can see with the draw 7 plus Horn. Like they believe me that I'm gonna win from there. Alright, kind of slow going, but I'd rather take it slow than mess it up, and that was pretty clean victory. I'm on the draw with a hand that is on the edge. Like, I'm 1 mana short of a Birgi, but Manamorphose is a redraw, and LED lets me echo. I have Burning Wish that can get... there's not a Rite of Flame in the sideboard of this build, so I can't get Rite of Flame. I lied. This one is on the edge. No doubt about that. So all of Tony's primers and stuff say keep hands that can do something on turn 1. And this one can't quite do something on turn 1, but I think the potential is close enough. I'm going to keep it for science. He tapped Mystic Sanctuary to start the game. Hey! What was I saying about that? Alright, so let's see if I can bait some action before I commit to this echo. Right, Manamorphose. Make red. If I find like Defense Grid, I'm just in business right now. Right, is there a reason to Burning Wish at all? I guess I could play LED, Burning Wish, but what does Burning Wish do? It just like puts a card. Oh, okay. I have a plan. All right, so I can play LED and put Burning Wish on the stack. See if they want to counter it. All right, Burning Wish is on the stack. Uh-oh, it resolved. Now what do I do? All right, I guess I just have to grab some card that I would like in my deck and then echo. Like if I grab a second echo, then any blue source off the top refires echo, and it's another echo in my deck besides. I think that makes sense. All right, please resolve. I need this. Okay, it resolved. That was fortunate. I think I passed the turn here. Like, I could pedal Defense Grid, but I could just Defense Grid off of Ancient Tomb next turn and save these petals. Alright. That speculative keep got there pretty quickly on a draw 7, but, I mean, they went Mystic Sanctuary go on a 6-card hand, so I don't know what they're working with. That's pretty good. Shit. My Defense Grid. So 0, 1, 2, and 3 on top of their deck all affect me pretty poorly. So I'll go for Defense Grid. Let's get a look here. Alright, so I can't play my zeros. That's rough. Alright, they're forcing Defense Grid. Well, now or never. Okay, so we're playing against some sort of blue prison deck with Back to Basics and Counterbalance in the main. Counterbalance is a problem. There's no way around that. So my sideboard contains Engineered Explosives and Veil of Summer and Blast Zone. Those are all things that can remove Counterbalance. But I need Wish to get any of them, because this is an instant, and this is an artifact, this is a land. None of those are Burning Wish targets. I guess I could also just Wish for Chandra. That's probably how I win this game. But I need 9 mana to execute that play. I mean, I guess I'm pretty close already. I do have a lot of mana in my hand. So they top-bottomed with Preordain, played the land we knew they had. Top-bottom means that they don't know what their top card is right now. Well, there's the Wish. That is the card I specifically said I was looking for. Alright, let's test Counterbalance. Alright, Swords to Plowshares on top. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, if I can just, like, resolve Wish and cast Chandra this turn. So, like, I think I want a Jeska's Will for mana. Oh, that's the wrong one. Tap this one. Jeska's Will. Add red for each card in target opponent's hand. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is exactly the right amount. Alright, just gotta hope Wish resolves. Here we go. Moment of truth. Have they been sitting on a counterspell this whole time? Oh no, they're taking game actions. Ooh, maybe not. Hey! There we go. Skadoosh. Oh, Chandra resolves, because that's what she does. Give you a fire emblem. Let's race. Alright, the race is on. And they're drawing Swords to Plowshares, which we know is not a good card in this matchup. Or they predict? Okay, yeah, that's pretty tight. It's weird they didn't predict at all on my turn. Like, clear the plow, get a fresh look with Counterbalance. I feel like that was a good play at multiple points that turn. See, do they attack me or Chandra? Oh wow. They're actually trying to beat down the Chandra mother. Correct to fetch land. That's a turn off the clock. Reordaining. Each opponent gets an emblem. I'm just firing them here. And cast Shatter Skull Smashing on this thing. I'm going to do it for 2, because they probably have fewer 4s than 3s in the deck. Alright, then that's gone. I'm going to keep smashing in hand, just to make sure they can never erase me. They have to have a combo kill, I think. Like, they need, like, Rip Helm to win this game. Oh, they're packing it up. That's how you do it. Wow. Wish for Chandra, Awakened Inferno. GG. Alright, so I think I bring a Chandra in against this counterbalance deck and then leave one in the sideboard. Reforge is probably still good. Though Reforge does seem like the most cuttable card. Of the 5 main deck draw 7s plus the ones you can wish for, I think that Echo's better. In Echo plays into Graveyard Hate where Reforge doesn't, so and they are a blue-white deck. Yeah, maybe I'll shave an Echo for a Reforge and leave the Reforge just as a nod to Graveyard Hate. And other than that, if I want the Veil, I'm gonna want to wish for it, not draw it. Though maybe I do want to just have it in the deck against the counterbalance deck. But drawing it seems hard. I don't know. Like, I have 2 wishes and 1 Veil. Like, I could bring in Veil. I think wishing for it is better. Going in with this +1 Chandra deck. Got this marginal 1 on the draw. There is no permanent to put into play. I mean, other than the lands. I think this is a mulligan, according to the rules. Yeah, here we go. I am happy with that mulligan decision. I'm going to keep this, and if I keep the Chrome Mox, it probably has to exile the Echo, but that is a reliable mana source. Maybe I don't need double Ruby. Yeah, I think Ruby is the most replaceable card in the hand, in that I literally have a replacement in the second Ruby, and then Birgi is just a better version of the same card, moving up the curve. Got a Preordain out of the opponent. Boom, all to 6. There's Chandra in my hand, so there's a plan. Chrome Mox, I think I do want to exile the Echo. Yeah, I think that getting up to Chandra is just like plan A, B, and C right now. Can Birgi this turn without playing any other spells. Oh, that's even better. Let's get their shields up. Hymn to Turok. Alright, Mind Twist instead. The way this game curved out, that's not really Mind Twist, because they could just play their third land and hold up Force of Will now. They're fetching. And back to basics as Stone Rain here would be pretty brutal. There's a lot of scary stuff they could do right now. Narset is not the worst of them. And it turns off my draw 7s, but I already exiled Echo. That wasn't part of the plan. Prismatic Ending. Bummer. That card's really good. Guess I should get Birgi into play before it's too late. Alright, here's Birgi. What can I do with this Burning Wish? Can I kill Narset? Can I... Alright, so Lotus Petal makes 2. Burning Wish is free, so I'm going to have 2 mana when Burning Wish resolves. Oh wait, no, I have Ruby also. Alright, this is even better. I can just relay for 1,000,000 cards. So Burning Wish is free. So I can wish. Yes, I'll use the ability. So I can relay for 4 cards. I can Grape Shot. I can't Reforge the Soul. I have functionally 3 mana. The Ruby, the Lotus Petal, and my 1 floating. So relay banking some cards might be good. Yeah, obviously I can't Reforge. There's a Narset in play. So I could get Chain Lightning or Grape Shot, remove the Narset from play, or I could get Galvanic Relay and try to bank. The bank is only 4 cards, which is not like a whole lot, but if any of those cards generate mana, this Chandra is looming. So, alright. I think that makes sense to me. Alright, how'd we do? Alright, there is a repeat defense grid. So they can't prismatic ending for 3 with the colors we've seen. I'm hoping they go after... I guess it doesn't matter. Like, going after Chrome Mox and Ruby both result in less mana to work with. And I have a replacement defense grid, so I don't really mind if they go after that, and they know that now. Really, if I can keep Birgi in my hand, I'm okay here. Or Birgi in play. But there is a replacement over here also, so their removal is pretty taxed right now. This is the permanent base strategy of Epic Ruby Storm paying off compared to the spell-based version. Narset activation, that's a good place to start. Ponder. Don't really care about Ponder. They chose Ruby Medallion. Okay. Ruby is gone. Ooh, Hydroblast, that's really good. Okay. Tough crowd. But I did get to keep my... Oh my god. Ancient Tomb, I do not mind if I do. So, this gets Birgi back into play. And Opal makes red. And then I can... Oh, they have 5 cards in their hand and I have Birgi? Are you saying that's the perfect nuts? A 5 plus 1 is 6 last time I counted. Light them up, up, up. Nice. Well, there's that. Alright, bang. You're fired again. Let's see if they can beat Chandra. Alright, they did remove Chandra, but I did get 1 emblem on them, so Birgi attacks do a significant amount of damage, and the clock is ticking. They have 17 turns to win this game. Having 2 Hydroblasts in their deck, though, is pretty scary. They're not messing around over there. There's that Ponder we knew about. They chose to shuffle. That's good. Oh, they're a Jeska deck. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can attack Narset, or I can ignore Narset and play Horn. Well, I can attack Narset or them. That's basically the choice. And being that my deck does still have a bunch of draw 7s in it, I think I want to attack Narset. Yeah, let's just get that out of here. And then I can play Horn. Costs a lot of life to do this, but that's alright. We'll deal with it. Arnfell, Horn of Bounty. Now every card I draw is 2 cards if I don't like it. Race is on. Let's go. Terminus. Boo. Alright, Birgi's gone. Snapcaster targeting Hydroblast, going to take out my Horn. Ouch. Wow. They've done a really good job picking this apart. Alright, I need a draw 7 to turn this one around. I can draw a card with Fiery Islet. Maybe I should use my blue mana instead of my mana of any color. Wish. Oh, I could really use a wish right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana. So this is a situation where Burning Wish would actually be better than Echo, because the Burning Wish would put Echo in my hand where LED could discard it. This one does not do that. What does this do, though? So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm short on Chandra. 1 short on emptying the Warrens. There's no like Grape Shot line here. 1 short on even casting Past in Flames, much less doing anything with it. 1 short on Tendrils. Yeah, I could Tendrils next turn, which could swing the race. So I think I had to pass there. They take their 1, I take my 2. The Ancient Tomb damage is starting to stack up now that they have Snapcaster Mage. Savine's Reclamation targeting Narset, that's pretty good. Yeah, so that turns off my draw 7 lines. So they're brainstorming now. I don't think I was going to draw 7 anyway, but I mean, I would have if I could have, so I take that back. Alright, so they've brainstormed. Oh, fuck my entire life. Narset right now? Come on. Alright. How do I navigate this now? I could just wish for... Oh, I don't have double red without LED. So I can't even wish for Chain Lightning. Yeah, that Narset was a huge beating. I think this Reforge would have won the game otherwise. But of course, here we are. Yeah, I'm just 1 mana short of doing anything I actually want to do. This one is slipping away slowly. I could LED Wish. Grape Shot could kill Narset, but not take the Snapcaster with it. If I wait a turn and they activate Narset again, then it gets a lot easier to kill her with Grape Shot. But now they're untapped with 5 mana. If they make a 6th land drop, they can cast 2 spells on my turn. Predict. Not the best or worst card. It's certainly not Force of Will, which is the card I really didn't want to see. Alright, they have Wear. Okay, so that opens up their counter magic. But I wouldn't have been able to cast a spell if they hit Mox Opal instead. So that one's kind of close. Jesus. Alright. Lion's Eye Diamond turns on Mox Opal. So I'm gonna cast Wish. And I don't need to hold priority because it's Wish. That's pretty cool. Wish. They should probably just counter this. Alright, so I'm gonna make red mana. Red, 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 red. Grape Shot, target you, and you. I mean, they can flashback Sabine's Reclamation, so this doesn't actually even do anything. Yeah, they have me pretty well locked out here. 1 mana short of echoing this turn as well. Maybe I should have put 2 Grape Shots on Narset in case they counter one. But Narset's probably better off in the graveyard where they can Reclamation it back. A lot of close calls this game. But I came up just a little short on all of them. Oh, they have Flusterstorm anyway. Alright, I've lost this one. Game 3. 2 Hydroblast, Narset, Flusterstorm. I definitely have to go fast against this deck. Is adding Veil to the main deck something that I want to do? Do I just want to main deck both Chandras and use my wishes in other ways? Like, that's also a thing I could do. Because, again, it's only actual wish and not burning wish that gets the Chandra, and ramping into her is a pretty big deal. I think I'm going to shave a Reforge for a Chandra. That Narset was a problem. Alright, let's go. Chandras are in the main deck now. So going first, I have a turn 1 Birgi. I'm going to keep... So I could, like, YOLO Jeska's Will, get 7 mana, cast Birgi, cast the second Jeska's Will, and see how that goes. But I think that I'll be happier with pitching Rite of Flame and just casting Birgi. The number of Hydroblasts in their deck is a constant concern. Force pitching Jace on my Birgi. You got it. That's why I didn't go for the YOLO play. Like, 1 Force of Will on my second Jeska's Will just shuts down the whole situation. Alright, I'm gonna make red, red here. Red, red. Alright, that's pretty good. Is it good? So, 1, 2. I'd have 3 mana left after the Burning Wish. I could relay for some small number. I think I need to will first for exile mode. Yeah, I'll go for the 3 cards. Okay, there's Flusterstorm. Can't pay for it. So this Burning Wish. I have the mana left over to wish. Is there anything I want to wish for? Like, I could just grab an Echo in case I draw LED. Or I could grab Galvanic Relay and start trying to reload. I think it's between Echo and Relay. Yeah, this is super close. Alright, I am gonna get the Echo because Jeska's Will is the last card in my hand, and flipping 3 cards, hitting Lion's Eye Diamond, like, that makes Lion's Eye Diamond a super live hit. Right, their opening hand had Force Will and Flusterstorm in it. Is there a third counter? They chose to shuffle. We like that. Blooded Strand, cracking it right away. But if they Prismatic Ending my Chrome Mox, I'm fucked. Alright, that's not what happened. That's good. Burning Wish. Alright, they have 4 cards in their hand. Alright, Jeska's Will for exile mode. They're tapped out, so it'll take a force to get through this. I'm at 12 life already from my Ancient Tombs. This has been a hard one. Rough one on the mana. Okay, found LED. I'll take it. Wish I found a red source. I guess I kind of did. Like, technically I could, but that doesn't do anything. Alright. Well, all in. I'm gonna take the 2 life and gamble here, leaving blue in the pool instead of colorless. Fuck! Alright. We've lost this one. The 3rd counterspell did it. Wish can do what? Nothing right now. I could play Blast Zone. Nah. I'll wait for some mana and try to like get some goblins into play or something. If they played a land and passed, that's not helpful yet. Yep, there's that prismatic ending that I was worried about several turns ago. This one's going to be hard to win. Alright. Easy. Had it. Bummer. At least they already exiled my Chrome Mox, though. Is there a reason to play this versus holding it back? Like if I draw Hornfell, I think I'd rather have that in my hand. It's Fairy bouncing nothing just to draw a card. They ponder. Yeah, this is where we start to just fall apart against the deck that contains all these cantrips. Though both Chandras are still in the deck, and I can Chrome Mox pitching Wish to jam Chandra. I'll be at 6 and like lose a race to Snapcaster Mage. But it's still a thing I can do. Mystic Sanctuary, rebuying Force of Will. That's pretty good. Yikes. Okay. We have to draw Chandra out right now. And it's still probably not good enough because they have all the blue blasts in their deck. Chandra off the top. Let's go. Show it to me. Alright, that's not Chandra, but it is something I can put into play that they have to think about. I'm doing this now instead of trying to string multiple spells together next turn because they're tapped out. If they want to force this, I want it to cost them a card. It resolved after some deliberation. Yeah, this is not what you need to counter. I think they made the right call there. Yeah, with Jace active at this point, we know they have at least 1 Force of Will in the hand. Their deck's full of Hydroblasts. Like, this gives Prismatic Ending a target. There's a lot to not like about this situation. Chandra. Shatterskull Smashing. So I can cast Wish. I could relay up some stuff. Can I Goblin this turn? And our Goblin's good. So if I go Chrome Mox, pitching Shatterskull Smashing, Wish. Alright, here's Chrome Mox. I'll start with that. Exile Smashing. And then cast Wish. Storm is 2. So I can like relay for 3. Or I can empty for 6 goblins. I mean, their deck has Terminus in it. They could also just Force of Will this and ignore my sideboard. I think they should force this. Okay, that resolved. So I can bank 3 cards for next turn and try to overwhelm them, or I can just make 6 goblins now. I lose to Terminus, but I'm losing anyway. Past in Flames, does that help me? No, I don't have enough red to make Past in Flames a card that I want. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna empty. I'm at 4, here's 6 goblins. So probably should have played my Ancient Tomb to respect Flusterstorm a little bit. Yeah, between Teferi and Jace, they can bounce a third of my goblins right away. Okay. Hullbreacher probably also beats the goblins. That's also more Storm for Fluster. Okay. Alright. Yeah, they outcontrolled me pretty well. They had Force of Will, Flusterstorm, Force of Will on my first 3 plays of the game, and it's pretty hard to regrow from there. So, GG's. On the play in round number 3, and I'm going to mulligan this hand with no mana in it. And this hand, this does not, what does this actually do? It plays like Mountain Pass, or I could Ancient Tomb Pass, second turn, Burning Wish, Rite of Flame. Like, what does Burning Wish get here? Is there like a medium-sized Galvanic Relay that I can do in reasonable time frame here. So it costs 6 mana to relay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 red. So that doesn't actually. Oh, this is the red. So I could turn 3 relay for some number. I think this is a mulligan though, but like yeah, I'm gonna mulligan it. Okay. My faith was rewarded. I'm gonna keep this and defense grid and I think one of the petals to the bottom. Or is it City of Traders? It might be City actually. Keep my red sources going. Alright, this is my keep. It needs some help, but the pieces are there. Defense grid, turn 1. Pass the turn, lose to Wasteland. Let's do it. Guaranteed. That's alright. I have a defense grid in play. We'll figure this out together. So this is where I hope that they're Delver and not Death and Taxes. Because if they can back up this Wasteland start with like Thalia, that messes up my hand. But if this is a Delver deck, that's going to need to make some land drops. Alright, it's looking like Maverick or Green-White Depths. Okay, so Thalia is live here. Oh, this is dangerous. Like, if Manamorphose cantrips into something that generates mana, including a land, that's still not good enough. Alright, I'm going to pass the turn. I'm not going to run out my petals. Like, if they have Thalia, I'm not beating it anyway, so I'm going to keep my Storm where I can use it. Retrofitter Foundry. Alright, so there's some, like, Green-White Saga lands deck. Ruby Medallion. Not what I'm looking for. Maybe if I still had Ancient Tomb. They can make a servo in the end step and start attacking me. Alright, so drawing Ancient Tomb or City of Traders is actually insane here. Well, I need to do something because I'm dead. There's the Dark Depths. Alright, deck, help me out here. Give me that Ancient Tomb. Well, there's Manamorphose, so swing for the fences. Alright, red, Manamorphose. Gonna make red with it. Red. Alright, there's Ancient Tomb. We are in business. So there's that. Now what? Now we have decisions to make. We're not just desperately swinging at the fences. Now we actually have to figure out how this game's gonna look. I think I Manamorphose making blue-red. Blue-red. Right, mountain's not what I was looking for. I can Jeska's Will, exile 3. Hope it works. I think that's what I have to, or what is burning? So I can Jeska's Will to get up to 6 mana, at which point I can do what? Reforge the Soul? So Jeska's Will costs 2, generates 5. I end up with 6. Burning Wish costs 1, I end up with 5. I can Reforge the Soul with a red floating. I think that's a better chance to win this game than exiling 3 cards with a red floating. Because it's like 7 cards versus 3, and I have the same red floating either way. Alright, and do I use my red or my blue? Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm about to replace all my red, so here's this. They could like crop rotate in response, but then they lose their Merit Lage, so that doesn't make sense. Alright, Burning Wish. I would like to... Is Reforge the Soul to play? In Goblins don't win, I can't cast Tendrils and don't have enough Storm. Yeah, it's just Reforge with a red floating. Or is Past in Flames better? Past in Flames, I can Past in Flames with 2 red floating and get my Manamorphoses chunking again. So I can Morphos, Jeska's Will. Maybe it's Past in Flames. Or, so Morphos, the Morphoses and Jeska's Wills, they create mana and see 5 new cards versus not necessarily creating mana and seeing 7 new cards. I think I'm going to see 7 new cards. That's got to be it. Alright, Reforge the Soul is in my hand. Reforge, spending my precious blue mana, leaving red floating. Let's go. Yeah. Alright. LED. Rite of Flame. Is getting the Ruby in... Yeah, that makes sense. Because that makes Jeska's will cost 1, and I have the LEDs to cast all my stuff. So, exile top 3 for 1 mana. Right, Echo, Wish, Birgi. Do I want to make 7 with Jeska's will? Yes, I do, because I can Burning Wish for Tendrils now and just win. Yeah. Alright, so I'll make a bunch of mana. 7 mana, to be precise. Cast Birgi. 1 mana Birgi. Burning Wish, hold priority. I guess I could have just made the black mana first, huh? Alright, black, black, black. And if this doesn't work somehow, I can still cast Echo. Alright, Tendrils. Alright. Manamorphose, YOLO, card draw, dead on board. I passed... I had Ancient Tomb on turn 1 that didn't do anything till turn 5 and then won. Hell yeah. Combo decks. So I think I bring in a Chandra against this deck. Like, the things that they're going to have to beat me, they could be Hateful Creatures. And the Chandra Pyroclasm mode is something that I want access to. And I can wish for Blast Zone or Engineered Explosives as needed. I think wishing for them is better than... Though, Deafening Silence, you can't wish for Engineered Explosives. Yeah, maybe I just want EE in the deck, and I'll leave Blast Zone Exile, because I can wish and make a land drop even through Deafening Silence. And this being a green-white deck, with... They probably... Mindbreak Trap is probably a card I have to respect. Like, I would think Mindbreak Trap and Prison Pieces are things I have to worry about here. So, what are the cuts? Like... Actually, maybe this Chandra is just bad. I'll shave a Reforge for an Engineered Explosives and leave Chandra in the sideboard if I need to wish for that. Because wishing for Grape Shot also picks off Hateful Creatures. And I think there's a good chance. Like, if this is just a pure green-white Turbo Depths deck, then maybe I don't need to beat a bunch of creatures. This is what I'm going to try to do. This hand... Pretty... explosive mana. The Wish. What does Wish cast with this hand? So if I go... So Mox Opal isn't on yet. I think this hand is actually good. Like, it's just on the edge in like 3 different directions. And I have so many good top decks. So I think I do want to roll with this. And my opponent's going to have to take some aggressive mulligans. Like, they need a Mindbreak Trap or the other thing to have a chance. Deafening Silence. Yeah, there it is. Alright. So Wish for Blast Zone is the line. So I can play... Do I want... No, I don't want to lead on Ancient Tomb. And I do want to start casting spells, because I only get 1 per turn, so I'm going to use it. Flagstones from them. Collect a Roof. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright. They cannot have Wasteland here. That's the card I don't have a chance with. I don't know if they would have kept Wasteland in a mulligan to 5. Oh, JK, had it. Nope, they know their role. Alright. Hard mode activated. I couldn't wish that turn and make a land drop still. That's why I had to pass. Alright. Another one. I think that Rite of Flame, I want to keep hold of that more than I want Chrome Mox. Like, I gotta clear the silence. I gotta clear one of these before I can unlock the rest of them. I see Jerry Step, hell yeah. I'll pro-red that bad boy. I could have Burning Wished for Chain Lightning and a 2-turn line to remove Oof. That's certainly a line that exists. But I think once I break out of silence, then... Uh-oh. More spells? Don't play more spells. Crop rotation. Oh, wow, they're wasting me again. Brutal. Yeah, I got another Wasteland. That was really good. Damn. I thought we were doing something for a second there. Defense Grid, not what I'm looking for. I think I have to play this, pay 3, and wish for Chain Lightning right now. The forced plays are real at this point. They have gone in... They've spent a lot of resources restricting what I'm doing rather than developing what they're doing. They're down to 2 cards in hand. Oh, J fucking K. Wow. Alright. Unlimited Wasteland's coming at me now. But if I clear Collector, oof. At least I have mana to do stuff. Alright, Chain Lightning this thing. So oof's gone. That unlocks my mana, but I still only get 1 spell per turn. Wasteland out of the graveyard. Oh, they have more spells? They're still tapping mana? Stop it! Alright. Rate of Flame. Not what I'm looking for. 4, 8, or 6, 12. Yeah, I'm just dead in 2 right now. And can't cast enough spells to get ahead of it. Like, I have to Chrome Mox now to set up Wish for next turn, which doesn't do anything that I need it to. Yeah, they had just one too many things. Like, if they don't have 3 Wastelands, or don't have Oof, or don't have Silence, I think I win this game, but they did all 3 of those things. Let's see if they activate Night of the Reliquary, or if they just bash. They might be able to activate and still have me dead in 2 turns. Like, the math is probably favors them here. Yeah, they put me to 7, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they can activate Night for the turn and still just bash next turn. Right, so if I rip the Engineered Explosives, there's still a chance. Actually, that's not even true, because I have to use LED at the end of the explosive chain. Alright, yeah, they won this game. Okay. I can Wish for Blast Zone this turn, but I'm dead on board and I don't want to show it to them if I don't have to. So, well played. Do I want to change anything about my sideboarding? I don't think so. Maybe I want the draw 7s, like maximum draw 7s on the play. I don't think I want to put Chain Lightning or Grape Shot in the deck. That doesn't make sense. I think this still holds up. Yeah, I'm just going to do the same thing again. So on the play, this hand does not come out of the gate blazing. It does have the answer to Deafening Silence, but it's not really doing anything else. I think I just want to punch hard. Like, take advantage of being a busted combo deck on the play. This one doesn't do that either. Opponent kept 7. Jesus. I hate when they do that. I'm gonna keep this. Send these 2. I think I might have just mulliganed my... Like, I probably should have gone to 4. I was just, like, not going to go to 4. Oh, rough beats. I think this one is... I guess there are some, like, Miracle top decks I could still find. But it's not looking good. Oh, yep, Wasteland. Being a combo deck that's soft to Wasteland is really shitty. So Mox Diamond discarding Wasteland, activate their Wasteland. Do they also have Deafening Silence? Yeah, I should have chased a lot harder, because I forgot that this, like, when I was making my mulligan decisions, I forgot that just, like, fresh draw 7 is a thing that this deck can do on 2 cards. So that was just, like I can mull to 2, and if I keep Echo LED, I can beat a green-white deck like this. Like, they can't Mindbreak Trap that line. They don't have any other plays they can make there. Yeah, I should have mulliganed a lot harder trying to redraw 7. Okay, they named Lion's Eye Diamond with Pithing Needle, so this is going to be a really embarrassing one to lose. I don't think I play any of these cards. Maybe I put the Mox Opal in just to... Like, I hate giving them a second target for Force of Vigor, but getting it ahead of a potential Deafening Silence or Thalia is important. Elvish Reclaimer. Urza Saga. Alright, deck, come on. I think the shields are kind of down over there, if we can get a Busto. Is Jeska's Will a Busto? I can exile 3 cards with a 0 mana floating. Or no, I would have 1 mana floating. Alright. We gotta make moves. They like Force of Vigor in response to this trigger. I'm quitting Magic. I'm not actually quitting Magic, but I would definitely lose the game. Alright, so I'm gonna get to cast my Jeska's Will. But they kept this hand on the strength of something. And we haven't seen it yet. Like, unless they think just like Pithing Needle Wasteland. Cool. Alright. Well, the Rite of Flames are better in my graveyard than in exile. But yeah, if this City of Traders was an actual card I could cast instead of nothing, that would have been a chance. But instead, no. So Reforge the Soul off the top, just the old Miracle Reforge. There's one still in the deck. Still do it. This game was definitely like mine to throw away. Like, I should have chased the Echo, and I didn't. On that like I haven't had to mull to 4 yet with this deck, so I hadn't been actively considering. Ooh, does that do anything? So they get to make a construct in the end step, then tutor something up and make another construct. So this costs 2. So 1, 2, 3. I have basically 3 mana on the other side. I could get Reforge and then try to Reforge next turn. Oh no, that's not how this works. This is not Burning Wish. This is regular Wish. I have to do it now. Anything I'm going to do has to happen immediately. So maybe I just relay for 2 and hope for the best. Alright, I'm going to Wish. Alright, so 2 mana. I can relay for 2. I guess Divination is better than nothing. But not excited about it, obviously. Let's go. Divination. Try to win next turn. Exiled Mountain and Jeska's Will. So Jeska's Will is the kind of card that can find me action. Guess we'll see what they get off of the Urza Saga tutor. If they make another construct, it taps them out of Deafening Silence or Collector Oof, which are the cards I'm really worried about. I have to imagine, though, that Mindbreak Trap is still in their hand, because they really haven't shown me a reason to keep this hand yet. Like, I mulled to 5 and ran into the deck's fail rate pretty hard. Okay, so what's the combo here? What am I missing? They get to tutor, they don't get a construct. Wasteland comes into play tapped, which doesn't help them. Yeah, that attack with Elvish Reclaimer last turn was aggressive. Alright, they tutored up a second diamond. Alright, come on deck, help me out here. Let's do this thing. Alright, I mean, that one isn't bad. Jeska's Will. Exile my top 3 cards. Let's go, let's go. Lotus Petal smashing LED. Okay, so I can smash... Do I want to will again first? I think I have to will this, cast the second will before I do anything else. Using my land drop doesn't seem the most exciting, but I don't think I have a choice. Like, I can leave open Mox Opal and lose my land drop, or I can make my land drop. I guess I have Lotus Petal and Lightside Diamond. I'm fine. I can make my land drop. Alright, land drop. Exile my top 3 again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Find a wish or tutor, something. Found a wish. Well, here we go. Did they have the Mindbreak Trap the whole time? Or not? What are we working with here? No exile. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So if I go 1, 2, wish, I can cast Tendrils, I guess. Alright, Lion's Eye Diamond is in play. They might not think it works. Alright, red, colorless, wish. Did they have the Mindbreak Trap? Yeah, they did. Yeah, of course they did. I mean, like I said, they hadn't shown me a reason yet to keep this hand, and they kept the hand. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm dead on board. So, Shadow Skull smashing, I can go for 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can go for 3, and they have 4 toughness creatures, so can't even smash. Alright, yep, I'm dead. That Mindbreak Trap waiting in the wings. The mull to 5 that probably should have been a mull to 4 or 3 should have chased that LED Echo. That was a rough one. I feel like that match is pretty good with a reasonable distribution of opening hands, but I didn't get there and should have chased that mulligan harder. My bad. On the draw in round number 4, and I have a good one here. I have 2 rubies, a red source, and a Jeska's Will. with Defense Grid. This is what we keep. This one is pretty soft to Wasteland, but Wasteland is a problem for Ruby Storm, as we've seen. The Shatterskull Smashings are a recent development, and I think the technology is really cool. But the older build of this deck had 6 basic mountains in it. This build has 3 basics and 3 Shatterskull Smashings, which I think is a net positive, but does further expose the deck to Wasteland. My goodness, my opponent has a turn 0 Leyline of the Void. So we're playing against like Curses or 2-card Monty or some mess like that. This deck probably has Trinisphere in it. And probably not Counterspells, so I'm going to lead on Ruby before Defense Grid. I think we're going to have to go fast before they get their bullshit into play. Drawing the second Defense Grid wasn't great. That's a dead draw. It turns out I don't need the first one. Dauthi Voidwalker. Alright. They're going for it here. Trying to walk the Void. So I can... Alright. Do I want to draw 7 against this deck? I can Ruby Medallion, play Shatterskull Smashing as a land, Jeska's Will. I guess that only makes 3 mana. Not that great. But I have Lion's Eye Diamond also. You know, I can hardcast Echo and just get another spin. But it's a 0 mana floating spin. And this is Burning Wish, so I can't cast Chandra and just Wrath them. So, red, red, red. Black, black, black. I can't cast Peer. Can I cast Peer? I don't think so. No, I'm 2 mana short of Peering. Cast and Flames is off because of their multiple ways to hate the graveyard. Maybe I just do a Jeska's Will for exile mode. Though them casting Jeska's Will is kind of funny. Them casting Lion's Eye Diamond could kill me. Like, if I crack my LED and they use Dauthi Voidwalker to steal it and play it and then helm me, I could just lose. I guess that's true of any ritual I play. So I could also just play Ruby, pass the turn, hope they don't do anything for a round, and go off with extra mana to spare next turn. Alright, I am going to do that. It might be foolish, but it's what I've done. If they play Trinisphere right now, I fucked up. You got me. But if they don't, then I'm going to be happy I took the patient line. Important to note that the ley line actually did just brick an echo line that turn. Well, hard casting Serum Powder, you got it. Storm is 1. Voidwalker didn't attack, so they're planning on casting spells on my turn? What? You may play it this turn. Alright, I mean... My deck barely has instants in it, so they're going to be disappointed with that line. But, alright. Lion's Eye Diamond. Do I need to Jeska's Will just for red mana? Feels bad, but it might be what I have to do. So if I Jeska's Will for red, I get 2 red. Then I can Burning Wish for 1 red. I have 1 red floating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still short on Peering. God, Peer costs so much. Maybe I just have to reforge some souls here. Also, I still have my land drop, so exiling 3 off of Jeska's Will has pretty good hits here. Alright, I'm going to exile my top 3. I think 3 cards at random will generate more than 2 mana most of the time. Alright, Fiery Islet is a red source. I'll take it. Chrome Mox eating one of the Burning Wishes gives me more red. That's fine. Burning Wish. So I can wish and reforge my soul. Can I work Defense Grid in on top of that? Do I even want to? Is that going to be important? Alright, I'm gonna wish and reforge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, still short of Peering. Alright. Wish. Crack for red. Then we're gonna reforge souls. If they get me with like main deck Mindbreak Trap or some shit, I'm not gonna play around that. Right, I'm gonna get reforge the soul, and then I'm going to reforge my soul and the souls of the people around me. I can still cast Defense Grid if I need to. Oh, they're Dark Ritualing in response. Oh, is this Opposition Agent? Okay. Yeah, I don't search my deck with this deck. That's fine. I'm glad I didn't go for Jeska's Will for mana. They would have just countered it. Okay. There is... I should be able to kill all their creatures, but this hand doesn't actually do anything. Alright. Birgi. Yeah, missed on my draw 7s here. Opal. Oh, maybe I was supposed to Horn. I think I just fucked up. That should have been Horn of Harnfell. I just was like, okay, Birgi's in. Yeah, shit. If I Horn here, I get a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I messed this up. I can still draw a card with Fire Islet. We're not done. We're not done yet. I have one redraw with Islet before I have to make any other decisions. And Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal, and draw a card. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. That wasn't it? Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can Shatter for 4. Deal 2 to each of these things. Wait. Cast Shatter Skull Smashing. Oh, right. I have 2 medallions in play. That's why this is so cheap. Alright, so I'm going to get Defense Grid in then, before I go for this. Got mixed up for a second there. Now I can smash these jerks. Yeah, I might have won this game if I Horned. Like, I just let them draw 7, so there's a good chance they can just, like, Dark Ritual Helm kill me. And these 2 cards are just, like, sitting here in my hand. This could have been a draw 4 from the deck. Yeah, I think I fucked this up. I mean, the good news is I think the only card I care about in their deck is Helm of Obedience. The bad news is I just gave them 7 draws to find it. But if they have Serum Powder in their deck, then their hand must be prone to bad 7s. But the Serum Powder is probably to find Leyline, which they already have. So that's not a thing I can do. Harnfell, I'm sorry. I missed you. Right, they have an Inventor's Fair with some more artifacts that can find the Helm. They seem to be tapping mana, though. Expedition Map, okay. That can probably get Urza Saga. Maybe that's what's in this deck. They definitely have the Brewer's advantage on me if I'm not quite sure what they're doing, but the things available in Mono Black are pretty slim. So, I mean, we know Helm of Obedience is in this deck somewhere. They could also have Painter Grindstone. Like, if this is the full Mono Black 2-card Monty. And Inventor's Fair would tie that together pretty well. So does Urza Saga. They're probably debating right now whether they want to try to get another artifact into play. Okay, no, they just want to fight Birgi in combat. Yes. Let's go. Finally, Reforge the Soul arrives as an appropriate miracle. This is the miracle we needed right now. Reload this hand. Okay, so I can hardcast Echo if I need to do that. So Jeska's Will for exile mode. Let's see what we did. Alright, this time I will not forget about Harnfell. So here's Birgi. Here's Manamorphose. I'm going to make blue off of this. Defense Grid is pretty sick. They already can't cast spells. I have Defense Grid already gridded up. So I'm going to tap my Ancient Tomb to cast Harnfell, Horn of Plenty, which gets mana back from Birgi. And look at all these cards I have to discard. So I'm not going to need Ancient Tomb this turn. Right, yeah, now we're cooking with gas here. Don't need another Defense Grid. Jeska's Will. Yes, please. Jeska's Will is free because of the 2 rubies. We should be able to shred through the whole deck at this point. Rite of Flame, cast this. This is certainly a lot of lands I've found, but I still have a draw 7, and Harnfell's in play at this point. So I can see 21 more cards, even if everything else here fails. Manamorphose and a Wish. Alright, yeah, Wish will win the game. So I'm going to Manamorphose for black, and then Tendrils them. And Wish. There we go. I can cast a spell now. I have Defense Grid already. Nothing else to worry about. Tendrils, you. Bang. Okay, I mean, that was kind of stressful, but Miracle reforged the soul. Finally, there was a miracle. And I remembered to Harnfell. That was also an important part of the combo. Okay, good stuff. So this deck is going to have permanent based removal, or permanent based disruption. Like Chalice of the Void, they might be a Trinisphere deck. I assume they are a Trinisphere deck, actually. This deck is going to have a hard time casting Engineered Explosives on 3. So, do I even board anything in? Or do I just wish for... I think I just have to hope to dumpster. Our Defense Grid is not as important. Like, I don't need 4 of them. Though, Mindbreak Trap could be a thing they have. But you don't put Mindbreak Trap in a Trinisphere deck. That is not a combo. Though, maybe they would do that. I don't know. Mono black players are crazy. They could do anything. Alright, I'm going to bring in the explosives for like Chalice of the Void. I'm going to at least respect that. I have Shattering Spree I can wish for if they have something like 3-ball. And that's all of the sideboarding I'm going to do. Well, this hand is really bad against Leyline of the Void. And if they don't have Leyline of the Void, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so the first one makes 2. I go down to 1, get 3. So that's 4. Go down to 3. Get 4, that's 7. 7, 8 mana. I can have a gigantic Galvanic Relay. I'm going to keep this. In the Serum Powder deck, probably is going to have Leyline, but I still get to do... This is a lot of Storm. And I have City of Traders that can power out a Burning Wish if I need to get the Shattering Spree. If they have Chalice of the Void, I'm in trouble, but the Burning Wish does eventually power through that too. Shatter Skull Smashing. Okay, so let's look at what's going on here. So if I go right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. 5, 6, 7. I have 7 mana, which is enough to Burning Wish for Galvanic Relay, or I could just make a bunch of goblins, right? And hope it's good. Yeah, so 2. Yeah, these each net 1 without a graveyard. 2. So Lotus Petal, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I have 6 mana, not 7. But that's still the correct amount. Alright. Let's do it. Do a little cheeky goblin game here. City of Traders. Alright, we built this city on Traders. And empty the Warrens. Hope this is good. You're dead in 2 turns. Please don't kill me. They could have Plague Engineers in their deck. They are mono black. And they know they're playing against combo. So we'll see. Opposition Agent doesn't help here. If they kept like turn 2 Trinisphere, it's too late for that. I guess they could like Dark Ritual, 5 mana, helm me. I think this was my strongest line though. Like if I assume that they have lock pieces and stuff like that, like Galvanic Relaying won't even necessarily get me where I want to go. So attack with all my creatures. I can cast Wish, but not do anything with it. Yeah, I think that leaving City of Traders in play is the best line right now. Alright, they can combo kill me or they cannot. Urza Saga can't tutor for Engineered Explosives because it doesn't cost 0, it costs X. And they're dead before that happens anyway. Phyrexian Tower, okay. That's only 4 mana, none of it's black, so they can't Dark Ritual here. Alright, they packed it up. 12 goblins on turn 1 was good enough to get over the finish line. Love to see it. On to the final round. I'm on the play in the final round, and I have this hand that has a turn 1 Ruby Medallion off of Lotus Petal. I think that's worth doing. I'm actually going to lead on Defense Grid. I'm going to Mountain Lotus Petal Defense Grid. I think I'm going to have to take this one slow because everything has to work. So here's Defense Grid, and then I can Shatter Skull Smashing to cast Medallion, and then Jeska's Will on turn 3. I think that's as good as this one's going to get. Oh god, that's not a blue land. If we get our Shatter Skull Smashing Thoughtseize here, we're in trouble. Oh, okay, good. They faked me out with the not a blue land, but is a blue land. So there's some sort of bug deck. It's a pretty aggressive brainstorm. I understand they can't do it on my turn, but what are you looking for with a turn 1 brainstorm like that? Are you also a combo deck? I guess Mox Diamond is a reason to do that. Okay. Alright, well, Storm is 3. Another brainstorm. Looking at 2 of the same 3 cards again. Echo. Alright. I'm going to play Shatterskull Pass. Or Shatterskull the Hammer Pass. Is that what that card's called? Alright. Ruby Medallion. Let's go. Let's see if those brainstorms delivered what they needed to. Corrupt Decay my Ruby. That's pretty good. Alright, I can see the line here. Lion's Eye Diamond off the top. Alright, Lotus Petal. I could cast Will for 4 mana, but that doesn't do what I need it to. I think maybe I just pass the turn here. I guess Will could have hit my land drop for the turn, and that's a way to develop. Alright, they're up to the point where they can cast Force of Will through Defense Grid. Oh, they're just going to make Merit Lage. Alright, now or never. I love getting put in this position, because then I don't have to think about it. Just time to jam. Are there any cards I can wish for that remove Merit Lage? Nope. Alright, got it. So I do actually have to win. Lion's Eye Diamond off the top was my best draw. Ruby Medallion, I think you have missed your chance to be helpful. I guess if I Jeska was willed last turn, I could have... That's extra looks at Lion's Eye Diamond. Alright, Lotus Petal. Jeska's Will. And hope for Lion's Eye Diamond. That's not Lion's Eye Diamond. So Ancient Tomb, cast Ruby Medallion. Gotta invest in my future here with this Manamorphose. Sack Manamorphose for... I think, do I make blue-red or just red-red? Probably red-red. What am I doing with blue? Red, red. Alright, we're dead. Yeah, losing that first Ruby, I think, cost me that game. Like, spending the turn not digging. Like, having to take turn 3 off completely, rebuild, and then they had Merit Lage in time for turn 4. Yeah, that bought them the time they needed. So there's some sort of bug Merit Lage Urza Saga deck. I don't think I'm bringing in Veil of Summer. I only have 4 ways in the deck to cast it, and if they're casting Abrupt Decay, I think that's mostly a good deal for me. Yeah, I don't think I sideboard here. Same deck, right back in. Alright, this hand has not quite a turn 1 thing. Bummer. I can wheel, so I'm going to keep this. I am going to keep on the strength of Echo of Eons and hope they don't have a counterspell. So there's kind of a tight call here of, do I play the Mox Opal? Which, if my spell resolves, I wish I played it, but I can play around Mindbreak Trap if I don't. I think I am going to play it. I lose to Force of Will either way, so let's invest here. Alright, time to spin. Please resolve. Please resolve. Alright, it resolved. That was a close call. Alright, so Chrome Mox. I'm going to invest in Rite of Flame and cast Defense Grid, which turns on my Mox Opal, which lets me will and reforge next turn. And now their hand may or may not be good, because it's just 7 random cards without the option to mulligan. Are they going to turn 1 Collector Oof? Okay, no. Alright. Dodged the Oof. Ooh, I drew Birgi. That's probably pretty good. But it doesn't actually do anything this turn. I could play the Horn this turn and pass. I could Jeska's Will to draw 3, and then like Birgi still in my hand next turn. I don't know how many times I want to wheel this opponent who has Mox Diamond and they're able to pull ahead on cards like this. Or use the extra cards they're given. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just 1 mana short of getting Birgi started. So maybe I do just play Horn and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Horn. Chip it. Flusterstorm entered the revealed card zone. Good thing I have defense grid. Vampire Hexmage. Okay, so they can make Merit Lage this turn if they have Dark Depths. Alright, now or never. Luckily we're set up to do pretty well here and protected by defense grid. A lot of access to magic cards right now. Cheeky little attack from Dark Confidant. I don't think the difference between 16 and 18 will matter much, but I've been surprised before. Wish. That's a good card. So, just got to figure out how I want to do this. What does Wish cast right now? Or what does it get access to? I mean, mostly nothing. It's not very good right now. I have 1, 2, 3 red mana. So if I Jeska's Will for exile mode. I don't have any cost reducers right now. Like, do I just reforge the soul and hope for the best? Like, I feel like there is something that's close to deterministic here. I just don't know what it is yet. Just 1 non-red mana, so Peer into the Abyss is not the answer. Jeska's Will hitting Lion's Eye Diamond is really good, but not having actual Birgi in play is actually hurting me here. I think with actual Birgi we win easily, but Horn... Alright, I think I'm going to discard Ancient Tomb to Horn and see what that hits. Alright, Manamorphose can turn some of this red mana into other colors. So I think I want a red and a blue. Or is this... do I want black, black? Can I cast Peer? I don't think so. Not even close, actually. Right, red and a blue. Okay, that was the card that I wanted the most out of all the cards in my whole deck. So, Ancient Tomb, cast that. Ruby Medallion, come in. Alright, found what I was looking for there. Jeska's Will for Exile 3 is, I think, where I start here. Or do I want 4 red mana? With Reforge and Wish, maybe I just want to take the Ritual. What does Wish do? Wish can Reforge again. I could also just cast the Wish and decide what I want to do with it later, which is something that hasn't come up yet in the league, even though it's freaking sweet. So I think I want a Jeska's Will for mana. Alright. Reforge for mana, or Will for mana. And then if I cast Wish, I have 2 mana left and just like a Wish bubble floating. And then I can Reforge with Horn in play and 1 mana available. Alright, so Wish bubble floating. I can cast my sideboard now. Time to Reforge the Soul. I get 21 looks between Hornfell and the draw 7. Can I get Birgi into play first? Not first, but I can get her in pretty early in the chain. So Chrome Mox, Exiles, Shatterskull Smashing, and then Birgi, and then I can Lotus Petal, Manamorphose up the chain, and Manamorphose makes the double black for Tendrils. Can I do it that quickly though? Yeah, so I get a red. Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. So I get a red for casting Manamorphose, then I make 2 black with Manamorphose, and then I make mana with Jeska's Will, and then I cast Tendrils from my sideboard. Oh shit. Oh, I still have Lotus Petal over there. We're good. Thought I miscounted for a second. Alright, bang, bang. Make mana. And then back for black. And Tendrils you. Alright, Tendrils is on the stack. Here they come. Alright, figured that one out. That was sweet. Trying 7 is a lot of fun. So we've seen Flusterstorm, and we've seen blue cards in Brainstorm. The Urza Saga is throwing me off a little bit. Like, this otherwise looks like just old Tom Hep bug depths, but I don't think that's what's actually going on, or at least not purely, because they have the Saga as well. But I'm going in with the same deck again. It's not getting better. This hand on the draw only has Shatterskull Smashing for mana, and no acceleration, no permanence. This is a mulligan. This has a quick Birgi. It's not turn 1, but I am going to keep this, and I think I send... Is it Seething Song to the bottom? Yeah, I think I ship the Seething Song. So my plan is to play Mountain on turn 1, And then I can Chrome Mock, Shatter Skull Smashing, make Birgi on turn 2. Oh, they have accelerated mana again. There's Collector Roof. Alright, my plan just got a little worse. Wish I had that Seething Song in hand. The old Mox Diamond ramp into Collector Roof, though. That's a sweet one. And my opponent just confirmed in the chat that that play always feels good and bad at the same time. So Brainstorm, yeah, they have to discard a card to play this Mox Diamond too. So it's like a 2-for-1ing yourself to get Collector Roof into play. But I mean, it's worth it. I didn't pass the turn with Ruby Medallion in play, so that's probably good for them. This Shatter Skull Smashing's kind of tough because that is my answer to Oof, but it's also my second land. So drawing something like Ancient Tomb would be a huge deal here. Rite of Flame. So Rite of Flame, Shatter Skull Smashing. Yeah, that doesn't help me. I think I have to play the Smashing. Or the land. Because if I just like pass the turn without doing anything, I'm also losing. And this at least lets me play Birgi, which can put a 3-3 in front of their 2-2. And like, I can win without artifacts, it just sucks. But if I get my engines online that digs for my answers to the Oof. Ooh, Force of Vigor, wiping out my Ruby Medallion in the end step. That hurt. But it's another 2-for-1. They're down to 1 card in their hand, and they pitched Loam to do that. Wow. That was a lot of respect. So, in for 2. A Burning Wish is pretty good here. Oh, backup Medallion. I'll take it. So, like, Burning Wish, I can Rite of Flame wish for Chain Lightning. Okay. Oh, do they have Spirit Guide? Oh, no. Okay. No, they're empty. All right. So if they draw a land of any kind here, they're representing Dark Depths. Zenith for 1. So this is probably getting the Elf. Yeah. All right. So they're beating me down pretty good and representing Dark Depths at the same time. I gotta string this together. This can still be done. So if I cast Birgi now, that blocks Collector Oof and sets up a pretty big next. Actually, I could play Chrome Mox, no imprint, Rite of Flame, Jeska's Will right now. And that's a lot of action. Is that where I want to be? So I get 1 mana and then 3, 4, 5. I actually think that sounds pretty good. Let's try it. So no imprint, Rite of Flame, Jeska's Will for exile mode. Shatter Skull Smashing, fuck yeah. Alright. Excuse my excitement there, but that was good. So I can Smashing the Oof. I think I have to. Oh, Jeska's Will costs 1, right? Like, functionally 1. Yeah, so I should Will first. See where that goes. Found 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds. Yup. We're about to draw 7. There's that. I think I want to play Ancient Tomb in that land drop. Looks as good as any right now. And then tap for 2. Shatter Skull Smashing. Cast. Target this. 1, 2. Do I want to mess up the Reclaimer too, or just leave my mana available? 1, 2. I could just put 5 on this. 3, 4. Alright, so Shatter Skull Smashing does this weird thing where when you cast it, it doubles. So you have to choose a number less than 4 or greater than 12. Alright, if X is 6 or more, X is exactly 6. Though that uses all my mana. No, I'm going to leave the Reclaimer in play and just go after the Oof. So I'm going to deal 2 damage to Oof. That's reduced by 1. Alright, so red, colorless, Oof's dead. And then I can Arnfell, Horn of Bounty, while they don't have Flusterstorm up. And then blue, red. I want to sack my LEDs now because I want to redraw them. So let's spin. Okay, good thing I played the Harnfell because that didn't go anywhere. Defense grid. Start with that. See what they got. All right, defense grid's in. We're good. Ruby Medallion, are you helpful anymore? Right, Rite of Flame. Well, I guess I don't need to Rite of Flame until I know if I'm going anywhere with this turn. Harnfell. Seething. All right, I have Burning Wish. They're dead. So the Manamorphose can make black. The Burning Wish gets Tendrils. Figured it out. Rite of Flame. Seething Song. Now we're just stunting for the camera. Make Storm Infinity. Cast an extra defense grid just to make sure. And then Burning Wish. Get that Tendrils. And drill them out of here. Significantly more than 10 drills coming their way. And they packed it up. 3-1, or 3-2. So positive record. And the losses were close. Like they were like that game against Green White Depths where they had like 3 Wastelands, Deafening Silence, and Collector Roof, and needed all 3 of those things to happen to still keep me squeezed out. Like that shows the power of the deck. Even though we lost, like the fact we were even close to it in a game where our opponent curved Deafening Silence into Collector Roof on the play, like the fact that that was even competitive is a big endorsement. And then I messed up our other loss. I should have mulled to 4 or even 3 looking for LED Echo against the non-blue deck. So that was my bad. Oh, that was the same matchup, wasn't it? All right, count it. But those were 2 different games in the same match. But anyway, this build of the deck felt pretty good compared to the other ones. This felt like you're not flying by the seat of your pants the same sort of way that Ruby Storm usually does. Like normally there's a point at Ruby Storm where you have to just throw caution to the wind. And it's like, all right, if you have the Flusterstorm or the Force, I lose, let's go. But this one doesn't really do that. Tucking the resources in play where you know if they've resolved or not before you've committed the next piece of the chain is really exciting. And that play pattern is nice. I've played the Epic Storm on this channel with Bryant Cook, and that play pattern is really refreshing compared to other combo decks that I've tried. Ignite the Future is my favorite exile cards from the top of your deck. You can play them this turn spell because it lets you play them until the end of your next turn. So that's like a way to bank resources for next turn. And this deck basically, even though it's not playing Ignite the Future, not anymore. I think Wish replaced it, like actual Wish just knocked that card out of the deck. But being able to bank for the future and you're not all in and you can test, like, do you want to counter my draw 3 or do you want to keep that counter spell for when I'm actually comboing off? At which point it's going to be too late because I already drew 3 and now I'm burying your counter spells. It's the old, do you counter the end step Factor Fiction or try to fight through the cards they get out of it conundrum. And it's a win-win either way. So this whole deck is built with that in mind. And there's a lot of smart choices here. Wish was awesome. Like being able to get the Chandra was clutch in that one game we won, and then we ended up losing because they had 3 Wastelands, but being able to wish for Blast Zone in that green-white matchup would have been game-ending if we ever were able to put Wish on this deck through the Wastelands. And that line just wouldn't have existed before Wish, so that's really cool. I like this technology. Galvanic Relay, we got a few good Galvanic Relays. Even just did it for 2 once, and it was pretty solid, but like 4 or 5 cards. Like this is Necropotence, treated as such. And this was a lot of fun. So thank you, Tony Scapone, for asking me to play this deck. It was a genuine delight. Remember, everyone, check out Tony Scapone's Twitch, YouTube, and his article on the Epic Storm. They're all linked in the video description below. Also linked in the video description below is my Patreon. You can hit the join button under this video if you want to support the channel more directly with a YouTube membership, get some badges and emotes. There's also BoshNRoll merch in the video description below. Check all that stuff out. And if you don't want to do any of that, at least hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.